Like I said, I haven't tried Taco Bell. I haven't tried it yet. After my brother went, Mel, don't eat
In my
Yeah,
Yeah,
town,
well, that's where they put all the British children that go missing.
it.
oh,
Yeah,
ah,
yeah.
hey,
McDonald's.
actually, that's true. Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
apparently they're putting that in the meat of the McDonald's. They have been found human tissue in it. They did, um, how do you say, testing, DNA test. They found a lot of things, fetus and shit, all of it. I haven't eaten McDonald's in years since I
Thank
no,
you,
found out.
Alex. I've been saying this
no,
for months. Thank
no,
you.
Yeah,
no, no McDonald's, no, yeah, no KFC for sure.
oh yeah,
no,
Oh,
KFC.
that's the best. KFC, that's the best.
no, but
I love
here's the
Speaking of
thing
birds,
with
though,
KFC,
tell you
you
what,
know, why they are not allowed to call themselves Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore? They call
it's not
themselves
chicken.
KFC. Exactly, because the chicken, they have too much shit in the chicken. They cannot call it chicken anymore. It's
That's
GMO.
what I said too, Alex. Thank you. Have you seen their funky chickens? The ones that have got like 6 legs and 8 wings and no feathers.
Oh yeah,
That's just
No,
And no
yeah,
beak.
my
that's
neighbor up here's
mad.
got a farm with 3-legged chickens.
Hmm.
Gets an extra drumstick out of each bird, right?
Hell yeah.
You know, it's interesting though that this comes up because they get that way. Those chickens get that way because of all the different drugs and hormones
Right,
and
Hormone.
shit that they're pumping into the chickens.
Oh yeah.
mhm,
right.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
pretty
exactly
gross.
yeah,
right. That's why I've not eaten a KFC in over 20
No way.
years. And I
No.
stopped eating McDonald's when I found out about the missing children. And everyone laughs at me, but I'd rather not
mhm.
take a risk and maybe eating
Well,
um
yeah, sure.
Our
streaming with me.
the Taco Bell in my
Oh, it
neighborhood
was
has
a
been
risk.
shut
Okay.
down twice recently because of what hepatitis.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
it was something. It was something. It was like, yeah, I don't want to eat
Yeah.
there. Like
Yeah,
they're
so
going.
up on the screen, sorry, just to up on the screen, Sunflowers sent me some Illinois
Illinois,
pandemic,
Illinois. You don't say the S.
Illinois, Illinois
Illinois.
pandemic from 2021.
Mm.
And it's looking with the statistics quite hardcore. Look, look at this number here.
The increase is
Oh,
what's
well,
the worst part about all of it. You know, is from in the last 5 years, addiction rates have doubled, and
notice
we're
it's
have doubled. And,
synthetic
yeah.
opioid overdose.
Not the
Is it?
missing
Yeah,
children.
not the
It's
missing
not
children. Yeah.
natural opioid.
But no, it's the farm industry getting in to making more money. See, they make the
Yeah.
problem and then they create a way to fix the problem. But fixing the problem is actually creating a new problem, and it's a never-ending cycle of bullshit.
Yeah, the farm company is really. They should be put up
And we
like
can't even get the bastards to admit that
what is
they should
it?
be making insulin for a little bit cheaper. You know?
Yeah, crimes. Yeah, my wife just gave me the term I'm looking for. The farm company should be put up crimes against humanity. I mean, they are
Right.
just
Yeah, all of them. And right now, I think I mentioned this already because Mel, you live in England. They just, no, in America too. In Aruba, they don't. I know how they produce the water here, the whole system. They don't have fluoride in it. But in America, they do. They have fluoride in the drinking water. But in England also, and what I saw last of an article, they're going to be increasing the percentage of fluoride in the water. So
It's good for your
why they
teeth,
would even
though.
want to do that is because it makes the people docile. You're not going to be rebel, and also affect, yeah, your third eye is a
Yeah,
magnified
that's it's
expert.
called hexafluoroacylic acid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've stopped drinking the tap water for a few years now. Um, so I use bottled water now.
yep. That's all we drink too.
To clarify something too, yes, when the Fent is in powder form, it is extremely toxic when it's inhaled. It is definitely, it will definitely shut you down when inhaled.
The two people that I know that had stopped breathing was because of that. It was cut.
Oh, you cut out.
I was going to say, is
guys,
it me?
I'm going to let you go. I just got home. I'm going to eat my free tacos and burritos and nachos and go to sleep very fat and not hungry.
You know what the best kind of nachos are, right?
No.
Nachos. My nachos.
Ah,
Well, hey, it was a pleasure talking with you, Uncle Fatty. I don't think I've talked to you like this before. And let's go snowboarding whenever you come to Washington.
Dude, we got hit last weekend. I had a great weekend. We fucking tore shit up past couple days.
I haven't been for a few years, but I work for an alcohol company. I've gotten 5 snowboards in the last 5 years that have never touched any snow.
Yeah, I love the old boards. I just got an old Jameson deck that I've been riding. It's probably a 10-year-old Jameson whiskey.
Okay, yeah, that's one of our products. Yeah. That's one that I'm actually trying to get.
Dude, I love riding the old promo boards.
I've got a snowboard for Mel, though. I got, it's called Old Housewife. It's a snowboard with an old housewife or something like that. She could have it if she ever comes to America.
Can you see me on a snowboard without breaking something?
You would be good. You would be good because you got a low center of gravity. You're short.
For sure.
Yeah, you would do good.
I mean, I would try it. I'm the kind of girl that will try pretty much anything because I'm stupid like that. But I would break something.
You'll be riding within half a day.
Half a day. Your bum would be hurting maybe because you'd be falling on your butt for a while. But once you get
I'll be back behind there. She'll be falling on me.
I tried ice skating once, and it became butt skating. So I decided on the ice. So I decided it was best maybe if I didn't belong on the ice, you know.
But see, if you're snowboarding, it's a little bit softer than ice. It's snow. So if you get a good powder day, you're not going to hurt. My wife, I took her up one time, and we were on the bunny hill, and she did like a heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, or toe to heel, somersault, and she gets off the board. Fuck this shit! I'm like, no, you gotta keep trying. Fuck you! And she she took off the board and rode it down like it was a sled the rest of the way and went to the bar.
That happens.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, the pleasure talking to all you guys. Is a good subject. It's a scary subject, and hopefully you don't get dinged for talking about this. I
will. YouTube don't like me. YouTube won't give me memberships because they don't like me.
Well, you're talking about some good stuff.
Yep.
Well, you get memberships. I'll become a member.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. But I've emailed them, but they've made it very clear they don't like me because of my content.
Yeah.
Are you doing something right then, Mel?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like the truth. They don't like the truth. Anybody that tells the truth, they kind of like shit on them.
Well,
it is what it is. I mean, because I was like, I don't get it. Why are you allowing me to have super stickers, super chats, and all that? But I'm not allowed membership. And every time I email them, they give me like a list of shit to change.
Yeah.
Well, they get 35% of all of your super chats, so that's why they like that.
Oh yeah, they like that because of that reason.
Yeah. Follow the money. Yep, that's what they say.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have a great rest of your night. I'll talk to y'all later.
Night, darling.
Have a good night. Enjoy the tacos.
Oh, definitely will. Fat boys like food, and I'm a fat boy.
Bro.
They're good going in, not so good coming out.
So,
I'll tell you what you don't want to do when you're on mushrooms, though. Is go into a Boston market and order a whole chicken bird with all the fixins, and then sit down there and pretend like you're going to eat some food when you're all mushroomed out.
I do recall when I was drinking the tea even
Poor
thinking
bird.
about food.
Didn't eat meat for like a year and a half after that, dude. I tell you what, there's nothing worse than sitting in front of a frickin' meat when you're all tripped out. Like looking at your hand was one thing, but like looking at a whole chicken, you're like, man, that poor thing. Oh God.
I mean, I wouldn't be out tripping anyway. I'd rather do it in the comfort of someone or my own home rather than be out. No. No.
Yeah. Just cause.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too old for all that now. Even though I have started to partake again in
You got some gone bud
buds.
weed.
Yes, started again. Just I'm getting slowly getting used to it again. Yeah, I was on it last night. I was like in and out of consciousness. So I think I'll just leave it to that and no more. I can't imagine myself on tea anymore.
We had a hell of a party the past couple nights.
Yeah. And you know, like in my 20s, I tried all sorts and I loved it. But I don't know, I think you get to a certain age and it just becomes different. Like the high is different.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much more as fun.
No, I wouldn't say that.
No.
Well, it's depending how you use it and where you use it. For example, with the MDMA or ecstasy, the first time I did it was at my cousin's home in Netherlands. We were in the backyard and we had bonfire. And we were all talking, communicating with each other, opening up. But if you do, so it was very awesome. And there was a friend of ours. They had problems with each other, a couple, and they went on it and they open up to each other, and they're still together, and then they're gonna go marry and have 2 kids. So it opens you up to more understanding of each other. So it has very positive um, benefits to it. And I've done it also at a club, and the environment is different. I was dancing the whole time on the dance floor, so it's different, that if you do it at home.
I mean, I had my first E after a massive break with my ex. Remember, I told you about the camping story, and it was like a 20-year gap since I'd had it, and I fell backwards like a cockroach into stinging nettles, and I was like a cockroach. I couldn't get back up. I was like, as the stinging nettles, like I look like the Elephant Man from behind.
Damn.
Yeah, so I decided that maybe best not to touch that anymore. And look, we are talking about this subject because, and I want to distinguish so we don't sound like hypocrites, right? That some people can have recreational, it doesn't become a problem.
I agree.
Are we being hypocrites with the subject in hand? And I don't know, are we being hypocrites?
I don't think so. Not at all.
You know, the way it doesn't matter how we talk about these things, it's always hypocritical because it's, here's the thing. We're not giving advice. We're not saying that this is anything to do. We're just putting information on the table and letting it be digested. Putting my experience on the table. I've taken mushrooms. I've taken acid in every possible experience, in every situation, whether it's in groups, in individual, in the woods, in the town. My recommendation is to just know what you're doing. Go into it with an intent, right? When you go into it with no intent and become surprised about something or weary or angry, there's a tendency to follow that negative route throughout the trip or throughout the experience. The more you can go into the experience knowing that it's going to be enlightening, that it's going to be an uplifting experience, that you're seeking something and you don't know what you're seeking, but you're going to find it, that you'll find what you need to find. And more than anything else, it opens up the emotional side of life that society really just keeps a wall in between us and our own feelings. It opens up the empathetic nodes of our life that you can literally look at a plant and feel it grow and not just watch it grow type of thing. It's like the little clip in the video showed you where the guy was talking about the DMT or whatever, that it almost slows down time just enough to where you can literally be floating in the middle of outer space and be watching every single cell float through your own body at the same time from 10 million miles away, and understand how that cellular structure works, and the deep thoughts, and not just the systematic thoughts and the mathematical equations that we're taught that this is why things work. The open your mind philosophy of acid can be put towards anything type of drug, because you're going into it with the experience of wanting to open your mind, of wanting something good. Yes, it can be used in nefarious ways. It has been. My poor buddy Pete, I tell this story all the time. We were at a bar fair. We had a bunch of liquid acid and put a 50 shot in an orange, and it was basically for 10 guys to split. You usually get 10 or 12 slices out of an orange, and he popped that thing by himself and disappeared for 2 years. Showed up a totally different person, running around naked on 4th of July and getting busted again. And took him about fucking, I don't know, 10, 15 years. And he's finally back to halfway being a normal guy that can hold a conversation and isn't just completely whacked out, because he didn't know what that he had taken it, first of all. And I've heard stories of people getting dosed on accident, people getting dosed on purpose by other people. And that shit is not cool. Not as a joke.
Yeah.
I've heard of students doing it at schools to teachers, and in nefarious shit like that. That is not fucking cool. That is absolutely.
Yeah, because people are going to have a different reaction to something like that than if they know what they're walking into. Right? When you don't know what's going on,
not
then
fucking cool.
You're going to have a completely different reaction. That has to do with not only drugs, but pretty much anything.
Any drug, even with brownies and pop brownies these days, of people that get a hold of weed brownies on accident or whatever it is, that we've got to be real clear as adults that it's just like guns, that we educate ourselves and educate the kids and keep those things separated when they need to be, and don't allow those accidents to happen. Bad shit happens, and that's how things get stigmatized, and that's how things become illegal. And
Yeah, but
the more information, the better.
No, you're right. Because it starts with the information, giving the kids the truth information, and knowing about it, what it consists of, and the effects of it, not suppressed. They're only showing, like in the Netherlands, when they mention something about the LSD, is, oh, look, somebody thought he can fly and jump out of the building and pass away. They only show the negative side of it, or with truffles, although they sell it there. So it comes down to your mindset, and you have to prepare the person. The person has to prepare, because if you're not in a good mindset, you're gonna amplify every negative thought. Is gonna be amplified. You're gonna have a really bad trip. I know the CIA did an experiment. The CIA is corrupt as fuck, but they put in the drinking water of a village, they put LSD in the water without telling the people of the village. All the people went crazy. Yeah, they all went crazy because they didn't know what's happening. But if you're informed on it, you can react to it better, without panicking or hurting yourself.
So can I ask the panel regarding the title, which is, let's talk about the problem, how can it be fixed? Have we come to any conclusions other than, that therapy that you were saying, which, statistics show it's working great, but it won't be available. It's not available here in England, I don't think. It's not going to be available everywhere.
With the ayahuasca,
put the money into education and abuse therapy, and get rid of the stigma, get rid of the fucking black market, get rid of the want and need for people to be doing something illegal in the first place that becomes addictive.
It's a huge problem. That's going to take a huge solution. It's going to take a long time because the problem has become so huge because they've been trying to, for so long, they've been trying to fix something that started out not really as a problem at all. Right? They caused the problem and now they're escalating the problem. You know what I mean? So,
sorry, who's they, Wolf?
The government, starting with the Reagan administration, Nancy Reagan, this whole fucking DARE thing, the whole war on quote unquote drugs, right? How do you declare war on an inanimate thing? I mean, that's insane from my military perspective.
And you know, it created a culture of policing that became a lot more violent, a lot more hyper focused on the violent side of crime, and especially with drugs, it really hyper focused the poor, the uneducated, in a very discriminatory way, that they couldn't buy bond. You know, there was a lot more small time charges. Now we've got this whole entire complex built around this old war on drugs mentality, you know, when really the war needs to be on why we use drugs and not the drug itself.
Well, I don't think they should be using the word war in this type of scenario at all. I mean, war is like, yeah, it's insane. It doesn't make any sense to me what they're doing. The governments are doing when they declare, you know,
Well,
I don't even know how to describe it because it's that fucking insane. You know what I mean?
We're doing them is the reason we're doing drugs is because, you know, we're depressed and we can't imagine a future in which we can succeed. We're looking for acceptance, and the government, it's not the government's job to provide that. They sure as fuck aren't helping or giving any incentive to.
Right, and then they can consider the fact that prohibition didn't work, and if that government can't learn from history, they are cursed and doomed to repeat it, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're repeating it, you know, and they're refusing to learn from history.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
here's
why
a
they
question. Sorry, Alex. No, you talk.
Oh no, that's why they're trying to erase the history, you know. So if you don't know, the people don't know about the history, it repeats itself. Government in Latin means govern means control, ment means mind, so it means control of the mind. That's the meaning of government in Latin.
Right. Yep.
But do you think that our governments, you know, we say that our governments aren't learning, and I speak this specifically for the US. Do you think that our government gives a fuck?
No,
I think that
look now in the US. They're helping more the immigrants. They're giving them 10,000 a month, and you have the people that go to fight overseas, fight for the veterans. They're getting shit there from the U.S. government. So you see,
Yeah.
the U.S. government are focusing on more the Ukraine than this own. It's not really for the people. Now the people in the U.S. are going to see that the government is not really for them. Most government around the world is against the people.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's about educating ourselves, educating our children, finding alternatives, like more natural alternatives, right?
Yeah.
And finding help, you know, and calling out our friends and calling out our neighbors and our family members, because like like Scotty was saying, it took somebody in his life to call and say, hey, look, you know, it's about holding ourselves to a standard by holding each other to a standard, and not being afraid of constructive criticism, not being afraid of being called out on our own shit. It's a change in society. It's a change in all of really the meaning of life. It's not all about money. It's not about strive and succeed. You know, all religions, all of them say one thing: help your fellow man. Be good and help others.
Right.
I believe that's the core of every religion that's ever existed on earth, and we're so far away from that in our double thinking that, you know, that we do in life, that we tell ourselves we're this when we're actually the opposite. How can we afford all these wars yet have so much homeless? And
Exactly, it doesn't make sense.
yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think most of humanity is really waking up. I think, you know, like Alexander said, there's going to be some big changes in society.
Yeah, I know this year is going to be a big year because this year is we have to take the power back this year. So you're going to see a lot of uprising around the world, and the elite are going to do their job too, like what's happening in Texas, because they have weapons too. But everything that they're going to be doing are going to be exposing themselves and waking more people up. So we said, it's enough. And I know more and more things going to be happening this year as we get to the election. And based on the astrology, I see that, something's going to happen with the financial market for sure. That's going to be September, and maybe something popping up in October or December. But we'll see.
So I'm going to ask you a question, panel. You have a teenage child, whether it be a girl or boy, and you know they start experimenting, irrespective of what you might want to tell them. How does parents make their children understand about the drug culture nowadays compared to when we had it 20 years ago? Very different story. What do parents do?
Well, you have to be open and straightforward with the child to start with, don't hold back with it. I still don't have a child, but I would imagine telling them the truth a bit about weed that, for example, weed that it's not really a bad drug. Some people abuse it, but it does have healing benefits with it, with the oil and with the oil, for example. But cocaine, I'll be frankly with it. Yeah, cocaine in it, what they use to get the white powder, that's they chemically, but to the root of it, the cocaine, coca plant, if you chew on it, you also get like type of energy. So it's not a natural base form of it. So by using the white powder, that will affect you negatively, and you can show them pictures of people that are on it and tell them open what's the effect on it and why it's not good for you. I would just be open with each of it, and be careful also because now on the market, it's different that in your time that now that they have a lot of synthetic things on the market that's more deadly than the normal ones that will affect you mentally greater. So,
Right.
uh, so they have to be you have to teach it so they are aware so they don't fall into the temptation and be strong.
Yep.
Yeah, I just think nowadays these kids have got it so much harder than what we did because, like you said, there's so much synthetic shit inside what's supposed to be a recreational that they're in so much more danger than what we ever were, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
At least
Now,
when we were in our 20s and you got, let's say, an E, it was an E. Or if you got MDNA, it was MDNA. And the nose snow was never anywhere near what it should have been, like as in its natural content. They always mix it with something, but now I wouldn't be surprised if there's none of it in there and it's a whole load of mixture of everything else.
yeah, that
Yeah.
here on Aruba, I didn't know Pablo Escobar came to Aruba. Apparently, Aruba is very heavy in the drug market world, you can say, because Aruba is not far from Colombia. They send it here to Aruba, and Aruba it goes to Miami, for example, and here we get the purest of it, and a lot of tourists come here to try that. I never done this. I don't think I'm ever gonna try it either because I've seen how they make it. It's a whole chemical process, and I've operated my nose, so that's something I'm not even gonna try. I don't need to try it. But yeah, you have to show people. If you show people how it's made, they will shock them, and they were like, "No, I'm not gonna put that in my nose." They eat it slowly. So, but yeah, what I heard from people that when they're like stupid drunk, when they take the white stuff, it brings it, yeah, makes you come back to sense or something, that you wake up, it wakes you up. It's like a, I don't know, 10 shot of coffee or something. So that is beneficial for it. That's the only thing I can see of it.
Kind of
Other
makes
than that,
drinking pointless, doesn't it?
sorry.
Kind of makes drinking pointless, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well,
It's like they're
if you
using it
bought
as
too much,
an antidote to being drunk.
No, but Wolf, I used to do that. I used to
Really?
get really drunk, and then the nose powder would level me straight back up to normal again, like I hadn't drank. And it wasn't a bad
Wow.
thing when you're absolutely wasted.
Yeah, but you wasted all that money on all them
Yeah, I
brewskis,
guess.
though. You know?
yeah, you can use it. That's when you went overboard. That you're like, like almost crawling on the ground. And that will be helpful. That's the only way. But I still never try it, so I don't know.
Back in the day, that's
I
what
was
we call a
terrible.
buzzkill.
I was terrible in my 20s, all of my 20s. So, yes, Dahlia, it made the party last longer. It did.
Mm.
But nowadays it's so different that I would recommend all parents to try their hardest to put their children off trying anything, even but because it's got so much shit in it nowadays. So as parents, we really need to try and put a lot of pressure on our children, but not negative pressure, like positive enforcement of how bad recreational drugs nowadays are.
Yeah. Show them picture, video. Be open with them. Tell them, be truthful. Like in 20, 30 years ago, it was different than it was now. Now you have more options. There was more chemical, more synthetic that can damage you. Yeah, very badly. And yeah, even fatally. Some of them with even one touch. So um, yeah, you just have to be open with them. Don't hide of them. No. Tell
Right.
them show them the effect of it. And they're like, oh shit, oh, if I do that, okay, this is gonna be happening. And you cannot put people on the street because, like what you said, Nell, they can mix it up with something else, and it will fuck you up completely. So yeah,
Yeah,
children has to
opening
be
up front,
careful.
100%.
Yeah.
And what about the okay, so we've tackled for our kids mainly because that other problem that we looked at on screen with God, that I don't know how that can be resolved, with the people that were bending over and stuff like that. I don't know how that could be resolved in the US. That's a
I
lot.
know it can be resolved, but with I will stand my ground with the iboga, or the ayahuasca or the peyote with a good shaman that has 10 or 20 years experience. Yes, that could get them out of their low vibing state that they're in.
Yeah.
Get them out. That I know for sure. That's going to be the future. Actually, I know that's going to be the future.
Well,
It will
yeah,
help you
I
mentally
think the start
and
to that,
spiritually.
Alexander, I think the
Sorry.
start to that would be a straight getting rid of all that synthetic crap off the
Oh yes,
streets and out of the
yes.
pharmaceutical industry. All that synthetic shit is completely unnecessary in this world entirely.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
That's why we're going to be seeing the pharmaceutical cartels, because they're a cartel. They
Yeah.
work with British Petroleum, in collusion with them with the chemtrails that the pharmaceutical company are working also with the chemtrails poisoning us. They make money. All of them are working together. But all of that is going to be coming to an end within this 2 years. That I know for sure. All of them are going to be exposed. They're going to come to an end. I'm very
Good.
sure about that. Yeah.
And what about the pharma problem in America? You know, and I know, Wolf, in your situation, it was different, but the over prescribing of very addictive painkillers, medication, you know, what can they do? Because, like I said,
Well,
that doesn't happen.
yeah, that's going to take legislation and stuff on a political level to change that, because most of what they're doing is pushing their newest, latest, greatest experimental remedy that is synthetically derived in a chemistry laboratory. Seriously, and that's part of the whole getting rid of the synthetic, the synthetic revolution. I mean, that's what's got to stop and change. Is
So
just all
would
these
Americans
synthetics are
be
not
able
good.
sorry, Wolf, to interrupt. Would the
Right.
Americans be able to lobby for, like Haku was saying, like regulatory bodies for the FDA?
Natural stuff. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take lobbying, legislation. It's going to take acts of Congress, and I mean, it would take a huge effort.
And we got communities that can't even agree to for a bond for their local school.
Right.
And we have a society that's completely torn against each other right now, and it'd be nice to think that we could come together and lobby our government for a change.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thought, but I mean, the farmers got their hands so full up everybody's shit with the stuff they're putting in food and everything else. So
they're so huge.
I don't know. I added some pictures to that drugs thing that to that online photo album. Cognitive behavioral therapy is pretty much the best thing that I think we have on a psychoactive way of training ourselves, knowing that our thoughts come from our emotions, our behaviors come from our emotions, our physical sensations are caused from behaviors and thoughts, and basically this model of looking at life from a cognitive.
Send me that, because I've got a video that you sent me. Show us what you got there.
We'll put that up on the screen again.
And then there's that's kind of the best model of the cognitive therapy, and just kind of how we use situations, to figure out what triggers us, and how our triggers are driven from our emotions are driven from thoughts are driven from physical experiences, and physical experiences we realize what our body's doing and why our body's doing it from a scientific way of knowing that that's just a chemical that's being produced. We just have to learn how to deal with these ways, that there are no wrong feelings. There's only wrong ways of dealing with our emotions and shit like that. So it's like,
I don't know. I have a hard time understanding that, but I'm not an empath. I'm a clairvoyant telepath, so I have like a completely different experience on all that stuff.
I've had CBT. The CBT, like, it's really weird. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it's not worked. Now, I don't know whether that's to do with the therapist or what was being treated at the time. So with the CBT, I can say from personal experience, sometimes it's worked and sometimes it hasn't. So, Wolf, this kind of therapy wouldn't work for you?
Probably not. No.
Well, because you're already more aware on a cognitive way than most people are. That especially in addiction, where we get caught in addiction in a way of escapism, right? And we're not trying to deal with how our body is reacting to certain situations. We're not trying to be enlightened whatsoever. You know, we're just really kind of stuck in a weight of depression. Really, a lot of addiction comes with depression.
Yeah.
And the avoidance of life, and the feeling bad, and the constant wanting to feel bad while you're not wanting to feel bad type of bullshit cycle. But when we look at, like, even with kids' emotions, using our critical incidences and our early experiences, knowing that our beliefs about who we are and what life is come from the programming we receive as children. And that programming is by a society that had their views, and understanding those views, the more we can understand the way and why we were raised, gives us kind of a look at, you know, what we're exposed to, and how certain people are exposed to certain things, will be triggered by certain things that won't, you know. So it's a whole way of looking at feelings in a way that society's never dealt with feelings before.
Don't you think some of that has to do with the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems?
Somewhat, but it's more so about just recognizing, not just when we feel bad and treating bad feelings, but recognizing why we feel good, and why we boost each other up when we slap each other on the ass and tell each other good game. You know, that there's something to all of this emotional stuff in life, and being emotional is okay. And we don't teach kids that being emotional is okay. You know, we teach them don't cry, and we teach them don't cry in public, and we teach them, you know,
Right.
judge the neighbor and throw rocks at the neighbor, and be a dick, and not all the shit that we used to teach kids, like be good, don't be a bully,
Right.
you know, help your neighbor out, and shit like this. And now, not that we don't, okay, yes, obviously we do. Yes, I do believe society is better than, you know, we're not all bad, okay, but the bad that is being implemented, and I can see this even just with teaching sports and being a coach in park and rec stuff the past 20 years, now being a ref, it's a totally different game. You know, I battle the parents as a ref more than I do any.
You're a ref?
Yeah.
For what sports?
For park and rec soccer and basketball.
Okay, I was a WIAA licensed baseball umpire for 3 years here in Wisconsin.
I would love to do baseball too, but man, I
used to umpire high school baseball.
It's a different world than it was even, you know, 10, 15 years ago. Not only that, but you know what? There's a hell of a lot more drunk parents showing up to stuff out in public this past 5-6 years.
Oh, I know.
Around here, I guess that's probably not much more expected, but there's no cognitive awareness, right? There's no understanding of the fact of everything that we do affects everybody around us. Everywhere you go, there's some fucking asshole that's either on their phone or just completely in their own fucking world. There's no relation to each other anymore. We don't even know our neighbors' names.
Right.
You know, people move into neighborhoods now, they don't go introduce themselves. Like, there's just no humanity. There's no empathy, you know, and the more we can kind of teach our generation, the next generation, that yes, we are a community, and build communities. Host a block party.
I like to use the word neighborhood.
Yeah.
As opposed to community.
Right? Because, you know, it's that type of stuff that's really going to change just our overall sympathy for each other. Because, I mean, I don't know. My city has no homeless. We don't have homeless. Nope, we don't have. Nope, we just ship them over to Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, mine doesn't either, but there's only 100 people in it.
Yeah, but then again, there's plenty homeless here in this city, and they're struggling, and there's very little resources. State money is very few and far between. We've got communities that bitch about things all across the states, yet we don't have communities that can even fund a bond for their own public school. We are divided that much now that we can't even decide on bonds for local levies for schools. We're talking like a few cents a dollar, a few cents for this and that. A sinful tax where you tax a little bit more on the cigarettes and the alcohol and gasoline taxes and food taxes, whatever it has to be. We can't even fund our own fucking local schools. And we're trying to solve nationwide like addiction problems. I mean, there's such a deeper core root of why this shit goes on.
That's true.
And the problem is hate. The problem is division. The problem is not unity and togetherness. Jay, you want to know my personal opinion on this thing as a panel member that will, we got a bunch of fake Christians running around.
Yep.
Pulling some really stupid shit on humanity in the name of their own personal brand of Christianity.
Right.
Yep.
And as a minister, as an ordained clergy member, really fucking pisses me off. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think people need to wake up and realize that there's not one place in any one of those holy Bibles, in any holy book out of all of the 4,000 gods that were worshipped on earth today, does it say other the other? Throw rocks at them. Make them feel horrible. They're coming to get you. That's all bullshit. All of it. Don't buy into any of that crap. That's exactly what's going on. We're being turned against each other by forces that want to see us turned against each other. The more we can rise against that, fight those negative vibrations, high five each other every day as many times as possible. Watch out for each other. Call each other out when we're getting some addictive tendencies going, and help our brothers up, and
No, we do, and especially on this particular subject, we really, we really do. And I've said it before. We need to be more empathetic to those who have fallen, like under the demise of whatever they have.
Sorry, what's the topic now? On what are y'all?
No, so we're still talking about.
It's kind of what can we do about it? When it comes to therapy, there's a dozen types of therapy we can use for addictions. Psychotherapies, cognitive therapies. But it really comes down to is just destigmatizing therapy in general, and destigmatizing wanting to get help. And getting more people into these professions of psycho help and psycho-related abuse help. We're talking about a whole societal norm of trauma, and we're just perpetuating trauma throughout the ages. And the more we know we can deal with our emotions, dealing with our cravings. I mean, we're talking about everything from a guy that's addicted to golf, to a guy that's addicted to porn. Everybody's addicted to something. I'm addicted to power tool shopping. I can't go close to a Home Depot during a sale. I'm fucking tell you, I am a shopping addict.
Addictions come in all sorts of, like, you could be addicted to food, you could be addicted to porn, you could be addicted to sex.
I get wired. I could spend 48 hours on Home Depot website just looking at tools, and not even know that 2 days passed.
Oh, Gary said high five on panel, high five in chat. I don't get the whole high five. get it.
Lol.
I say this every time. I don't get it, but I'm not American, so I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. If somebody did that to me, I'd be like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't do that. Just don't do that. Maybe the lads can high five each other, but yeah, you high five women too.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely. Yeah.
when I do 2 taps on the ass in a good game, everybody thinks that I'm a little weird. So
That's a baseball thing.
if you you can high five anybody anytime, anywhere. You can't walk up to anybody anytime, anywhere and give them 2 taps on the ass in a good game.
Well,
Oh no. No, I was working at an electrical distribution company. I was
Oh,
a
definitely
young
not a good.
person.
Yeah.
They had a game. I'm like, what the hell? They put like finger in your ass or something. I'm like, what the hell? You know,
what?
I'm like, what?
That
Yeah, don't
game.
play that. I'm not into that. They like old men putting, finger in the ass. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Yeah, man.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
Construction sites get really weird with the
What? Sorry, back up.
Yeah.
Right. Alex, what did you just say?
At the company they had, I don't know why I mentioned it. But anyway, at the company I was working with, they did a game that they put like they come behind you and they put a like finger off your ass or some shit, like a stupid game that I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. Only if you're, gay or something. Yeah. Well, yeah, I told them
The
once after
company you
that.
worked for had
Yeah.
men putting fingers up each other's arse as in an initiation.
not as but
A game. It's a game for to them, which I don't
The
understand because
quote.
mostly
The
men
quote
work there.
game.
I don't know. Lack of women, they go put finger each other ass. I don't know. I'm just not down with that.
that's
Daniel
That's,
said,
any job site.
how much?
That's every job site. That's yeah. You take your hammer and just give them a little chink, chink, right up the hoo ha, and
Right, guys,
I
this
got
is
you,
a
you
company.
No, guys
It's
get
like
really
it's like a wedgie. A wedgie. Remember those wedgies back in grade school?
definitely.
That's intense.
Yeah.
I worked for this company, and their initiation was to stick their fingers up my ass.
basically, yeah.
Isn't that like breaking employer rules, laws?
Like a goose. It's like you call it goosing. You just give them a little goose, a little honk, a little honk, a little behind the back. You're just walking by, give them a little, Restaurants they play tap, right? You little tap.
So Alexander, did you
Little tap
express
on
to
the nut.
them? Did you express to them that that wasn't your cup of tea?
Oh yeah, I let them know one time. I let them know I'm
And
not
did they
down with that.
try after you expressed your
No,
concerns? Oh, okay.
no,
So
they didn't
it
try
is
for
about
that.
free will.
I
So
left
you
the company
choose.
too afterwards.
Oh, you left
I'm
the
like,
company.
yeah, I left. I'm like, fuck this shit. Yeah, it was a good job. It was a good job, but yeah, no, too
Yeah,
much
if you get fingered
people
up your
talk.
arms, it's a good job.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, they're like I'm working with. They all talk on each other and shit like fucking sissies, and they're putting finger. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, that's not my work environment. So yeah, afterwards I left. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, that's not my work environment. Hey, Kool-Aid. Oh yeah.
that's so fucking weird.
oh yeah.
In England, that would be breaking a lot of laws. I'm
Oh
assuming
yeah.
where you are, Alexander, maybe the employment laws aren't as tough.
Yeah, I don't know if what I'm gonna do. Yeah, hey, there's people. Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna laugh, or I don't know. I don't. Hey, I didn't want to go that far with it. I'm like, just fuck it. Yeah. Otherwise, let's say I go say something, then they're gonna get called. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, look at that guy. I'm like, fuck that shit. Let them stay with this shit. So yeah, no, But I think you can. Mostly the women that are sexualized at work, they go. But when it happens to men, a lot of time they don't take it seriously. Let me put it that way.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Uncle Faye, you're from a construction company. Do they stick each other's fingers up their asses in the US?
No, it's not like. I mean, it's not. I mean, yeah. What about it? It happens. It's been known to happen. Better than shooting air guns at each other. I would hope. I don't know.
I don't want to be an ass finger hawker.
It's not like we're running around the job site naked or something. I mean, it's just,
Chat's on fire. What did the women
Oh
get?
yeah. No, it's not. No, I mean, restaurant. We used to play tap, right? Little where you can snap your hand, right? But you take your two fingers and you just, bam, right in the nutsack, right? Bam, snap, right?
You do?
What? Like, oh yeah, but that's restaurants do weird things, and like it's every work environment has its own weird little fucking thing, But yeah, it happens.
See, so in Aruba, men shove fingers up each other's asses at the workplace. In the US, they flick the testicles.
Oh, we do both.
Let's just watch.
Yeah, no,
I'm so fucking glad I live in the UK.
What do they do in UK?
We don't do shit like that. We don't do
bullshit.
In Wisconsin, what we do is we grab you by the nipple and give it a nice tight twist.
A
purple nipple.
Oh, really?
Alexander, I think I'm going to change my plans about moving to the US or traveling to the US. Do you recommend anywhere else in the world?
Yeah, they have a different culture there. Yeah.
Yes. I think I might try and go back to my usual Europe. I've done Europe a lot. I'm familiar with Europe. I might just stick with Europe.
Hello. Have you ever been to the Netherlands or Amsterdam?
No, actually, that's one place. No, I went to Holland, but not the Netherlands. No.
Okay,
So, but yeah, no, I'm going to try Europe, I think. I was going to try America, but I don't know. You lot are freaking me out. I don't know if an English person can necessarily cope with the US mentally.
Well, the US is going to having a new beginning in 2026, so that will be a good year to visit US.
I haven't got that long to wait to make my plans for. I want to do something this year, and I don't know. My brother's bought a house in Spain, so that could be a possibility, because he's intending on moving over there permanently. That could. I just want to do. I told you last time I want to do something different.
Yeah, Spain is cool. Spain is
I love
warm
Spain.
weather. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak Spanish?
Yes. I do speak Spanish, and I've been to Spain, like mainland, and I've also been to most of the islands around Spain. So I'm very familiar with that kind of area of Europe, and I love it. So, I mean, I might just come and visit the US for a little while, and then go fuck this shit, go back home. I'm back to normal people now.
Yeah.
But I do love the allure of the US just because everything's so big and bold and big and impressive. When you go to the US, it's like, and when I say big, I mean your food portions are big, your land masses are big, your vehicles are big, your houses are big, everything's big. Apart from penis size, apparently not so much.
Cowboys are big.
No! Yeah. That I
don't know from experience.
No, our cowboys are big.
Yeah, what I've seen, the I don't know why, but yeah, the black people seem to be blessed there, or black people in general are blessed. Not all of them, but I'm not saying that a light-skinned person cannot have a big penis for sure. Yeah, but yeah, what I see is the dark-skinned people. They have, yeah, blessed. They're blessed. I put it that way. They're blessed.
Myth.
I'm not going to say no more.
I see the guy. I was watching this Guinness Book of World Records thing last night. There was this guy. He had like, there was nothing genetically wrong with him. This was just the way his body was. It looked like his hands and his forearms were like gigantism. He's in the Guinness Book of World Record for having the largest hands and forearms on a human being, and it looked super strange. But he's like called the real life Popeye because of his forearms. You should have seen
it's proportionate to the rest of
yeah,
his
the
body.
proportions were so like off. You know what I mean? It was really
His whole body
weird.
was like
No. It was just his hands and his forearms.
Wow.
The rest of his body was just like normal. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brian, if you think I'm
kind of drugs his
discriminating.
mom took.
Huh?
No, I was just talking to Brian that he thinks I'm being discriminative. I'm sorry, Brian. It's just from what people tell me. I don't actually know through like experience, but it appears that the men in the US are just slightly smaller than the ones in the UK.
No, we're bigger.
No, you're not. Your properties are bigger. Your land mass is bigger. Your food portions are bigger. But I'm not convinced about. Sorry, the men on panel are like, fuck. Carry on talking about, like, why do we always go back to Dick? Carry on talking about what you were talking Sorry, I was just reading chat. You lot carry on.
No, I was reading Brian.
Brian, you started this. This is your fault. You started this. I'm going to have words of your wife. You're a bad influence. Yes. So that's the conclusion of the night tonight. You know, but we have had a great conversation tonight. And what I liked is that the general consensus of the panel in the chat, is to take the shame out of it. And that's a real key thing, because a lot of people do feel shame because that's what society makes them feel like shit. And it's to try, and that's when people don't get help, because there's a big shame thing on your back. So, for me, like this chat in the panel have shown me like that there is a lot of, what's what I'm looking for, hope that society can change its opinion. Like, for example, when I saw those people on the street, it was too heartbreaking for me personally, right? But I know that there'd be people that would treat people like that, like shit, like there was shit under their shoe, and have zero empathy of the situation that they're in. And there are people like that.
Yeah, a lot of them are in the government, and most of that is happening coincidentally in a democratic state, run state there. They're the pushing for, I don't know. I know in California, I think if you rob a place under $1,000, you can keep it. You're not to go to prison. So they're like encouraging crime there and shit.
What?
Yeah.
Say that again. What do they do in California?
No, if you in San Francisco, I know San Francisco, a lot of business are leaving there. Like if you rob and it's under $1,000, you're not gonna go to jail. They don't follow up on you. So it's like encouraging the crime there.
Yeah, the
So
cops don't even investigate it or anything.
yes,
Well, it's a systemic problem that goes deeper than that.
yes, culture too. You know, it's
They don't have the
culture.
funds and resources to do it, to prosecute small crimes. So then they advertise that they're basically saying that it's okay to commit more crimes by saying that we're not going to prosecute these small crimes. They don't have the resources to prosecute them. It's just it's a conundrum bunch of bullshit. It doesn't matter what they try to do, it gets spun and used the other way. So I mean, California, if it was its own country, would be what, like the third or fourth biggest country in the world economically, like just by economics alone. There's so much shit going on that the question of how do we change it is all going to start in California. It's all going to start in that hotbed of shit that's going on down there right now. The homeless rates are out of control. The mental aspect of it is where it's going to have to start, and humanity is really going to have to come together to realize that there's more to life than this bullshit.
Oh yeah, there's a lot that's been hidden from the humanity. Which I see there's a lot of things are coming to the light. You know, a lot of things has been suppressed. You have apparently you had a place called Tataria, the Tatarians. I don't know if you heard of that, Tataria. That was in Russia a long time ago. They were advanced. The people were on free energy. The whole building that they were using were free energy, and all of those technology was suppressed due to the mudslide. So yeah, no, there's just one of the things in America. So there's a lot of Egyptian artifacts they found there in the Grand Canyon. So yeah, there's a lot of things that has been hidden from humanity, which is gonna come to the light, and we're gonna be going into our true power. Yeah, the things are gonna be now the dark is coming to the light as everybody to see, and afterwards is gonna fall. Everything is gonna fall. But yeah, there's solution for everything, and the solution is gonna come in the near. Well, the solution is already here, but it's gonna go mainstream in the near future. That I know for sure.
Right.
It's really going to take it's going to take a shock. It's something shocking. There's some shocking shit coming up, but I think it's time, you know.
Yeah.
It is time. It is, yeah.
Yeah, because they're Aruba also they're pushing for the digital currency to make everything. That's the other thing.
Here too, yeah.
Ultimate control. That's the other thing that we have to then. Yeah, but I know everything is gonna fall. So that's why I was thinking this is the party of Aruba. The other one is the patriotic party of Aruba, and I was thinking maybe I become leader of this party and go to run for the government here next year. We have election here, but I'm thinking maybe I see everything that's gonna fall. That new type of way is gonna come. That I don't need to go into the government, but if I go, it will be this party, the patriotic party of Aruba. So
yeah.
Nice.
So what? Anybody can in your country can run for parliament, Alex? Like here you have to be rich and from a certain background.
Well, no, you just have to be. Well, here in Aruba, they don't have like discrimination. Well, you do have discrimination, but not that. If here it goes by your diploma, what you have, what school that you go to. So it's not like a man is gonna come before the prime minister of Aruba right now is a woman. That's the so there's no really there was never here like a discrimination also between only white or only black. We never experienced that here, or the women could not vote. It was here was different in Aruba, but yeah next year is the election here. So well yeah we'll see. Did I answer your question? I don't know what was the question.
Yeah, no. You did, because I mean, I'd love to be able to lead a party and bring them all down, but I'm never going to be able to because of my background.
No, well, I did finish school here. Just have to finish something, and you have to be older than 35. That's it.
Hmm.
That's it. And yeah, you do have to have a bit money for campaign, depending on how you
Right.
do with the campaign. So that's gonna require a lot of money. Yeah.
I mean, working class generally don't get appointed as the prime minister, although Margaret Thatcher was working class. Um, but generally, they all come from Eton. They've all got wealthy families. You know, the usual bullshit. They come from money. They come from a certain place. And I'm like, I would like to see the working class in political places, not the rich who haven't got a fucking clue what the working class is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, do you, Mel, here's the question because I know you're an eight. The life path eight is very determined. They want to do something big like the one, and they like working for themselves to be in the command CEO boss type position. So the question for you will be is where do you see yourself like owning like running a healing um, company, or do you see yourself running for mayor for there where you are for the city you are in?
I'd love to be able to do it. You know, I mean, how much change can one person do against a whole system? Not a lot, I guess. But I would definitely be ruffling feathers all over the place. I always have done. Everything I've done in my life, I've ruffled feathers.
So you,
It's
you think
like, I'm
that's
that
cool.
annoying one.
No, you have a dominant energy. The eight is very dominant. You know, they
I am
go by
dominant. I am very dominant, yeah. Which is probably why I'm single.
yeah, like yeah. I can see that with the eight. Yeah, the same. I'm also a 44 eight. So there's yeah, you like
No,
to
I,
be in
I
control.
chose to be single because I told everybody why I chose to be single. But maybe that's why I'm not good at relationships. Maybe I am too dominant.
No, if well, you if for example with the eight life path, maybe you will need a person. I see with the eight, a lot of time they go good with the six or with the four. The six will be a more a nurture type energy, um, giving. Like what you also have the humanitarian because you couldn't see the video of what's happening. You feel it. So I think will be good with a six. I don't think the eight and eight you will butt heads because I did a calculation once of a couple, and when I found out both of them are eight, I asked the guy, "Hey, do you butt heads with your wife a lot of times?" He was like, "Yeah, every day." I was like, "Yeah, I wonder why." The eight
Of
is
course.
dominant energy. The two want to dominate. The one has to. If you're two eight together, you have to compromise for each other. Otherwise you're gonna be going at it. Yeah. So, but an eight with a six, I will see an eight with a six will go good.
Oh, I feel, Brian, I apologize. I will never mention it again. I promise. Um, because that's the last thing I want to do. Actually, what I want to do is bring back power to our men. So I'm never going to speak of it again. Because I do want to empower our men again. So, I might joke with you about something like that, but I guess it is a sensitive issue.
Look at those fingers going. Yeah. I don't know. What I see in you, Mel, is I see that you like structure and organization and things more so. I don't really see like a dominant personality.
No,
But I
no, no,
do
no,
see
no.
that you
I am
like,
a dominant personality. I like to be the
oh,
boss at work. I have been the boss at work since I was 17. I like that. I like being the boss. But I'm also very much the big believer that a man is a man, a woman is a woman, and we both have different roles.
for sure.
So, yeah. So I like I love the fingers. When I get nervous, I start doing. I do want to give men their power back, because one thing that I can't cope with is pussy boys, pussy men. I'm like, really? Like,
Yeah.
you're a man, act like a fucking man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like strong men. I can see the eight
Oh
like
God,
strong men.
yeah. I like big, huge, giant men.
Yeah, yeah,
American.
that's the eight. Yeah. You're
Yes.
also dominant, but you like you expect also dominion from them. I think you also the eight women also like to be dominated. I think that also turns them on if a man dominates them. Am I wrong, Mel?
Sorry, I was just reading. Say that again.
Oh, with the eight women, because you're an eight, and they also like to be dominated by a strong man.
Oh fuck yeah.
That
That is
also
one of the
turns.
biggest turns on in the bedroom, is a
I
man
know.
acts like the beast.
Yeah, that's typically the eight. You see, each life path number also there's a number that you can know what turns the lady on, depending on which number she has. So yeah, with
Boys
the eight.
take note.
No, no,
Alexander's got no. A man has got to be the beast in the bedroom. That's his role. Look at the lions. Look at the
oh yeah,
tigers. Look at them. The animal kingdom. That's the way. And I'm not saying like anything dangerous or anything. I'm just saying it. When a man knows what he wants and he takes it. I don't know, girls, if you agree. We love that.
Oh
We
yeah.
love
yeah,
taking, like, you're mine, and I'm gonna do almost if you have a safe what I want to you.
Pumpernickel.
Yes, see, the women agree. I think there's very few women that would say that they don't like a dominant man in the bedroom. I'd say there are very few, because what?
So I
No,
would
Ben,
say that there's
let's not
very
go
few
into
men.
anything too graphic.
I would say there's very few men that wouldn't appreciate a dominant woman in the bedroom as well. So how do couples find that compromise?
I think when you've been together for a while.
Yeah.
I think when you've been together for a while, you can find a compromise, because when you start to get to know each other's likes and dislikes and all that stuff, then there's always room for experimentation. Once you've got to know each other, I think that's probably and once and it's so much easier to experiment when you know someone well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's harder when you
We-
first meet somebody. Like, you can't come around and go, put me on a swing from the ceiling. You can't do shit.
oh
I mean, if there's a swing there, obviously it's there to be used, right? Get me
True.
wrong, but it's not there for decoration.
No, but the swing that I went on, my ex couldn't put it on the ceiling, so he hung it from the door. It was the weirdest thing ever.
Well,
I just kept banging into the door.
damn.
Come
Okay.
on.
I did. It was.
The instruction says a hook in the ceiling, right?
He didn't put the hook in the ceiling. He bought the swing. Then he couldn't reach the ceiling for a start. And then he was just, fuck it, let's just put it on the door. So I climbed into the swing carefully, because it was bigger than I was. And it was interesting.
I've said for years I could probably make a business just out of installing stuff like that around here.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a pretty good need for it. Really, there's
Dahlia, I don't think he wanted to go to all the effort of finding a ladder. He was like, just try it. I don't give a shit. Get in. Push me up there.
And you got to get a drill. And,
Just like, get in.
Yeah. I never tried the swing thing, but that will be on my list to try.
You must, because it's real fun, Alexander. It really is. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's fun. So it might not necessarily be like a scene out of 50 Shades, because I guarantee you guys it will not. But it will be fun. And that's what it's all about. You know, sex should be fun.
Yeah.
Well, here in America, they've got this thing. It's called a rodeo ball. Have you ever heard of that, Mel? And you can ride it. Yeah.
Oh, the bull, the mechanical bull.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. It's a cowboy thing.
I don't know what that is, but I've seen women on the bull. Now, on
Show
the mechanical,
Uncle Patty.
I wouldn't go on a mechanical. You know, I wouldn't go on one because it's a bit like I would die of mortification.
Oh no, you'd probably like it.
No, I don't think I would have seen it. And it's like no, it's sexy about riding on that bull.
The mechanical bull? The mechanical bull? Oh, okay. No, I've seen them when women go on them.
The women go on them.
Yeah, but the operator do it expressly that you see her the app go pop. Yeah.
Nothing sexy about getting on the ball and on that ball, on any ball. To be fair, whether it was a lot, living or mechanical, I just can't see it. Yeah, no, it's not sexy.
What about Bucky Bronco?
For the man, it is. See you popping
up there. I don't know. Let me pull up a video. I don't think it's sexy. The ladies will have to tell me. I think it looks. I don't know. It just looks a certain kind of way that makes me cringe.
What was that movie, Drugstore Cowboy? They had a scene in that with one of the mechanical bulls, and she was riding that.
Yeah, I'm going to be careful on what I pull up, just in case. But okay, so I don't know. Guy, I mean, I know you guys are going to love it. Me, I don't know. Let's pull it up. Right, thank you, Dahlia. You're all jiggly and awkward and trying to hang on for dear life so you don't smash your head on anything on the way down. I don't see the sexiness of it all.
You gotta swing your hand up in the air when you're riding it. You only
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, one-handed.
One-handed.
Come on, cowgirl. Show these boys there's nothing to be afraid of.
There you go.
Come on.
Okay.
Call in.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I think the man would think that that's how the girl would ride you. I know.
Amber's like, I love health debate. Amber, this is debate. We're debating whether this lady looks sexy or not on her bull. This is a debate. Yeah. I will play one more second of it because I'm still not convinced.
Look at her up there, man. Just chilling. She's chilling up there.
Natural.
Yeah.
She's very good. She was very good. Yeah, Dahlia, I would look the absolute opposite of sexy on one of them. Yeah, no. She can work it, Dodie. She was good. She knew the rhythms.
Well, maybe you'd have a different impression if you saw an American cowboy riding one of them bulls.
Yeah.
A cowboy rides them like that too?
Sure, pull up a video.
Okay.
Real American cowboy.
Like a real man.
See, y'all have a different reaction to it.
Okay, let's have a look at this. Oh, this one's funny. I gotta play this one. Okay, girls, do you think this looks sexy? I don't know. I'm still not convinced.
No,
No.
that's the wrong video.
That looks sexy, girls. I'll play another second or so. Look. Okay, so girls,
Wow.
is men riding mechanical balls sexy?
Yeah, this is not sexy.
Is that not what you were talking about? No.
See, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, okay. I'd pass.
You tricked me.
I'd
You
pass.
tricked me, Mel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a singular man on one of these. Come on, let's have a look. Okay, this is a singular man.
Scream one time. Get ready. Here we go.
Yeah, they go more wild.
Well done.
Oh,
Well done.
Wow.
Oh, there it
Yeah,
was.
I didn't find that sexy. I'm sorry, I don't find it sexy.
Yeah. When they do, the men do it, you see the operator go to extreme. It's more adrenaline rush there. You know?
Right, yeah, because that ball was going really, really quick compared to the girls.
Yeah.
That's the one with John Travolta from Drugstore Cowboy.
What have you sent me? Hey, let's have a look. Have you sent me a sexy one? Is that what you've done? Have you sent me yourself on a mechanical ball? Let me have a look in my inbox. Yeah.
Although, no, this is the best one ever, though.
Oh, this is a girl. I was looking before we were looking at boys.
No, this is how it's supposed to be.
Hang on, let me
Take
pause
a
it.
lesson, ladies.
Well, when it pause. Oh, there you go. Say that again, Uncle Faye.
Say, take a lesson, ladies.
Take a lesson.
Pay attention, ladies. Get your notepads out.
How to ride. This is how to really ride a ball, girls.
Ooh, ow.
Ooh.
Look, Mono here. That's the way you do it. That's the way you get on that son of a bitch right there. I'll tell you what. Oh, reverse. Look, Mom, no hand.
Yeah, this is definitely different. This is an expert.
God, what a guy wouldn't do to be a mechanical bull right about now, huh?
Right.
Yeah, that's slightly different because the woman's heart. Hang on. The woman's heart. She's also an expert. Yeah, she obviously knows what she's doing. So that's like a performer. That's different. When a normal girl gets on that ball and tries to do that, trust me, she'll hit her fanny bone to the point where she'll pass out.
Yeah.
I've hit my fanny bone on a pole and it really hurts because I took a run and then I jumped with my legs open to wrap around it. And all I saw was the actual Tweety bird flying above my head.
Yeah.
Is the Tweety bird. So girls, don't take a run and jump at a pole, especially like a really hard metal one that spins.
Yeah, like a real
that
super.
really hurts.
Yeah.
No, Dirty, you know what it was? When I was running my lap dancing club, my girls, because the girls had different roles, and there was girls that were, there was some girls that did the poles because they were really good at it. I mean, you wouldn't even believe the amount of skill and upper body strength you have to work those poles. So we were, yeah, honestly, it's incredible. You have no idea. Now, bearing in mind, I was super slim and I looked like a lollipop. You know, there wasn't a lot of weight really for me to bring up onto that pole when I ran, because the girls are like, Mel, give it a whirl. So I don't know why. I took a run. And I jumped to grab onto it. Like I said, and my legs open to wrap round it. And it hit me right in the middle of my fatty bone. And I just slid back down again. With Tweety birds all around my head.
Never again.
No.
Lol.
I couldn't even get on it, let alone do shit on it.
Damn.
And no, but there were, I told you, like there was a handful of girls, because not all girls were made for the pole, because it is a skill. It really is. It's a skill. And the incredible things that they used to do on it, you'd think, fuck me, how do you manage to get your entire body? Because they're balancing their entire body weight with their arms. Thank you, Amber. That was very sweet. New to this channel, and I already love it. Thank you, Amber. Thank you for coming over, and thank you for the super chat. We often start with a really good debate subject on this panel, and we have some extremely intelligent, informative chats, and then it always turns to sex at the end.
Lol.
You know, just your average out. So thank you for your super chat, darling. But that's your average night out. You know, you go out, you have good convo, you come back, have sex. That's my panel. Yeah. Oh, hello, King. Oh, are you from infamous Truth Seeker, right? Because I think she's streaming me right now. Is that a good idea, dear Infamous? Do you sure you want to stream me? Because it always ends on a discussion of sex. Sure? Because it's like your subject look quite serious. I do flash. You know, I tell you the reason why I wore this tonight. You remember I said that we lost a dear channel member a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
And, you know, that was on Weirdo Wonderland. It was on Stones. He was from Stones community. He used to come in here sometimes. And I looked in my wardrobe to put something on today, and I saw this, and he used to really love me in this outfit. And he used to always joke, even when I didn't have a bra on, your tits look massive in that top. And I just saw it, and I just wanted to, I don't know, kind of like connect with him somehow through a stupid garment. But that's why I wore this. And this time I wore a bra, especially from him if he's watching from above, to say, look at my titties now.
Lol.
Humongous.
Transition.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I wore it, because I know he really liked me in this. So one of those things, you know. But I am an emotional like mess like that anyway. I get really like attached to people in chat or on panel. I do. I get really attached to them. Yeah, rest in peace. You know, he's got better for you now. He'd be really happy looking down on me. Bless him. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, he you know, that really upset me. We've lost 2 people since we've been doing Weirdo Wonderland, the game that we do on Stones on Monday, and we've lost 2 already in the time that we've been doing it. And it's very upsetting for me. I get very emotionally attached to the people in our communities, other creators, you know. But that's just me. Do you not want to, because what time is it? Oh, yeah, I've got to go. Oh, fuck, I forgot I had to go pick up my son. Shit.
Oh, yeah, it's 9 a.m. here. Lol.
Yeah, can I give you all, like, quickly the floor just to summarize tonight's discussion and your opinions on it? And then and then I'm going to just go because I've really got to go pick up my son. But first, Alex, to you.
Oh yeah, with the addiction, yeah, we talk about there's different things out there. Just be open with if you have children or people around you about it. Just awareness, so they're aware of it, and there's solution to it. For everything, there's a solution. I know in England they don't have ayahuasca ceremony, but they do have that in Spain or in Portugal. I'll look into it because I'm looking forward to do it this year. Go to Spain also to do the ayahuasca. So yeah, don't fall into the fear. And there's also with the microdosing that also help you, inspire you, give you out of the depression. So there's other things out there other than the pharmaceutical, which your body has to heal twice from it. So stay positive, stay hopeful, because it also works on your immune system, and that way you can heal yourself. So um, don't worry, everything's gonna be all right in the end. Just keep going forward.
Thank you, Alex, for giving. Oh, Amber, if you want, I'm on tomorrow night and I'm doing a ladies' night. So you're more than welcome to pop up, whatever, like, what time is it there? 6 a.m. here. So you're tonight, I think. I don't know what, but I'm on you. If you have a look at my notifications, it's ladies' night. And just so everybody knows, when we have ladies' night, we have the ladies up on panel, and then we have all the men telling us what women want.
Yeah, well,
That's normally how it goes.
that's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow, Alex.
Well, yeah. So I'm
All
Marcus.
right. Yeah. Bunch of guys sitting around ladies' night saying, well, this is what women really want. Let me tell you what a woman really wants.
Yes, that's what they do. Yeah. When I mean, this is our third one. I had to have, because I love the ladies' nights here because they never quite go to plan. So when I say ladies' night, I mean get the girls up, have a laugh, talk about girly stuff, and a lot of the time it does include sex, yes, or toys or whatever.
Rabbits and
have
roses,
the men,
rabbits and roses.
yeah, and have the theory is have the men in chat so they can ask us questions. But it never goes like that.
This one will be well regulated.
Yeah, normally the men will come up and tell us all that we need to know about what we think. And one time the men went fucking ape shit talking about menstrual cycles and the moon.
On a full moon.
They lost the
On a
plot.
full moon, yeah.
Wolf, were you here when the men lost the plot about the menstrual cycles and the moon?
I watched a little bit of it from the sidelines. I wasn't up on the panel though, no.
I know, Alexander, you were here because I remember you were the one that talked about the moon, right? And
Yes,
the lining of the cycles. You were definitely here. I know Uncle Fatty was here, and the men on my panel lost the fucking plot.
I came up later after the fact. I let all that shit blow through, and then I came up and talked about rabbits and roses.
Yeah, I don't even know why the men lost the plot. It was like this really weird phenomenon. It's like, I don't know. It's like all of our hormones, when we're on our menstrual cycle, just
to be fair,
possess them.
Grant showed up that night with the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, yeah.
She started giving everybody the meow. And then what that other guy called out easy for some reason, and then shit just went totally nuts.
Oh, it was that night? Yeah, I was up here. I was up on the panel.
I thought so.
Yeah,
that was ladies. Say anything, Wolf. You were quiet in the corner.
Yeah, me and Haku were just chill as a cucumber,
You were cool as a cucumber, where everybody else lost their shit, and it was like, damn, what the fuck? If I knew that menstrual cycle is what I needed to talk about to drive you men insane, I would have spoken about menstrual cycles every fucking panel.
Every full moon, at least.
Right.
Oh, yeah, don't do it on the full moon.
Yeah,
don't do it on the full moon.
Depends on the cycle.
No, but it can't be a full. Well, yeah, I had that panel on a full moon. I did because I remember you saying about the menstrual cycles and the full moon, and I was like, I'm not really sure about that, because that means that every woman on earth should, in theory, be on her period at the same time.
No,
right? No,
not necessarily.
I wonder what happens on a blue moon eclipse then.
I don't know, but it was so funny that all you men were talking about menstrual cycles.
Yeah, normally that doesn't happen.
And Rhiannon, you were here in chat, and they were going ape shit, and you were winding them up, and I don't know. So we'll see. It's not the full moon, is it, Uncle Faye?
No, we're
right,
good.
So in theory,
good, right?
tomorrow night should be okay.
Wayne and Gibbous, yeah, we're looking good. Energies are good, positive energies. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Brian says he's like he knows when he needs time to hide. Yeah, well, my panel had a whole load of women talking about menstrual cycles, and the men didn't hide. They were right in there telling us how we should have our menstrual cycles, when we should have our menstrual cycles. So I can't guarantee what's going to happen tomorrow night, but then again, I said to Stone tonight, just before we started, I said, Stone, tonight's going to be a quiet night, and look at all that weird shit that happened there. That was some weird shit going on, when certain people come up and try to troll. So I'm going to say this: tomorrow night, I want mayhem on my panel. That's what I want. I did sit right down in my title, Bats Out of Hell. So women, let's go wild tomorrow. The men are like got grins on their faces.
Tomorrow is Wild Night. Huh? Oh yeah, tomorrow will be Tuesday. Oh no, Wednesday at you, right? Oh no.
No, for me it'll be Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning. Oh yeah, Tuesday morning. Okay.
Oh yeah, Rhiannon. We only when they went crazy at us because we turned around and said that we would give a hot man who worked at McDonald's a blowjob, and they went crazy.
What? Okay, you get free burger.
Yeah. What's that, Faye?
This is a radar screen.
What's that detecting? I don't understand.
That's the alignment.
That's tomorrow's alignment. Yeah. Mercury, Neptune, Saturn, all in Pisces. Got a lot of energy flowing through Pisces.
I don't I don't understand, right? If all of us women in chat, right, all of us and on panel said that we would give a hot guy that worked for McDonald's a blowjob, I don't understand why the men wouldn't allow us to do that. They're like, oh no.
No, you want the guy with the Ferraris, what you want.
No, I'm not materialistic at all. I am not. That's the least thing that I am. All my boyfriends, apart from one, have been poor.
No, that's what every woman wants.
No.
Ever.
No. Ever. Oh my God. Are we going to have this argument again? I'm not going to have this argument with you, Fatty. That is not what women want, right? Real women, not gold diggers or people. A real woman wants stability, trust, love, like honesty. That's what she wants. I couldn't give a flying fuck what car my boyfriend had. As long as he got up off his ass and he went to work, because at the end of the day, we all have to work for a living, right? If he was some lazy piece of shit, then no, that's not attractive. Somebody who's at home playing the PlayStation, I don't know, claiming disability, even though they're not, or the good just because they got a sore back, that's not attractive for women. But it doesn't matter how much money men have in the bank if they fulfill all the other things that women want.
As long as they're a beast in the bed, right?
Huh?
Just as long as they're a beast in the bed.
Just as long as you're a beast in the bedroom, that's all we need.
You make her come 3 times a week and she'll never start using drugs.
3 times a week. What fucking planet are you on? You mean a daily? It has to be a daily event.
Oh no.
That's Now you're talking about managing expectations. So
Well, maybe that's why I said I was too bossy.
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah,
expect too much out of the guy. I mean, come on.
What, once a day is too much? Twice a
You gotta
day is
keep it
too much?
realistic, right? I say that, I say 365 challenge, 100%. Yeah. Once a day, every day. Once a day, every day, for sure. No matter what.
That's 1/3 of what she's expecting, bud.
Alexander, in Aruba, do they have sex every day? Because in England we do. In relationship.
I'm the wrong person to ask about that. I don't know whether because I've been single for a long time. I hadn't had intercourse for more than 5 years, so because I
Me
don't
too.
go out.
Me and you are the same. But surely before that, when you were in a relationship, surely it was a daily thing. Who the
Oh
fuck
yes,
said
yes,
4
yes.
days a week?
Oh yeah. No, it's every day then for sure, or maybe
Right.
twice a day, but minimal once a
I'm
day.
not coming to get no American cowboy no more. My
No.
expectations are too high. My expectations are too high. You lot in US might be the superpower of the world, but it sounds like you men have been drinking too much fluoride.
That's right.
It seems. I don't know. I'm gonna come to America and somebody's gonna whip my ass.
Lol. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think you've got too much plastic in your system, or fluoride, or I don't know what the fuck they're giving you in US. But it just seems to me that you may have a smaller.
There's those fingers again.
Sex drive.
Well, yes, I know. I can only talk about the Caribbean people. They are very sexual, very sexual. So they have a very high sex drive. Yeah, the Caribbean
Oh, there you go. It's my heritage.
people.
Blame
Lol,
my heritage.
lol.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sure.
you can.
Yeah. No, did you say Caribbean or European?
Oh no, Caribbean.
Oh, I thought you said European. I wonder
Oh,
whether European falls into that category.
I don't know. Probably. Does English women have high sex drive? Maybe somebody has done research on that.
I'm going to put down which country has the highest sex drive. Hang on.
Oh, also another question: which country they use most sex toys? That's another curious. Is it
What?
England?
Per capita, I don't know. I'd say America for sure, but then again, like
Okay,
some guys
so
believe in gun ownership, and they own a lot of guns, but some other guys don't have one gun at all. So
Would a
I'd say
stripper pole or a
Miguel-
mechanical boat be
Oh,
considered
well,
a sex toy?
I am very, very surprised at
I mean, if
the
Miguel has one toy,
results.
she has one.
It says here that if you want, like, Europe prevailed, but it doesn't. So Europe prevailed, but it doesn't top the list. The list is, believe it or not, I'm surprised, Korea, the top.
Korea?
Mm.
Well, that's the thing. It's also with India and China.
Oh, it
The
says Italians
Italians
also
too.
occupy an important place on the list. Just reading the facts, people. It's not my fault. It's my heritage. The Italians have a very high sex drive. Sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah, it's very healthy, right? So if you do with the right person, it release stress and merging of energy. Yeah,
Absolutely. It's the merging of energy. Exactly that. That can be a great start to your day and a great little tip before you go to sleep. Like a great, I'm going to go to sleep happy now.
relax. Yeah.
It is
maybe
interesting.
not relaxed.
It is interesting to note that there is a stripper pole in every firehouse in America, though.
America doesn't even come in this list, right? It doesn't. America's nowhere to be seen.
Well,
I don't see America anywhere on this list.
well, South Korea is not that big, and what's their population in the millions? So I can see them repopulating real fast there. They're like bunnies. They're
It
fast.
says here, I'll take a trip to southern
Breathing like bunnies, breathing like
China.
rabbits.
Yeah, China, Hong Kong. Oh, I'm really surprised by those results. And obviously, the Europe comes in, the Italians first, and then the rest of Europe. So, Italian heritage. I was born in England. I am a super sex toy.
LOL. Oh.
Perfect.
It's my heritage, guys.
Right. You know, you can't mess with Mother Nature when it comes to that. You know, it just is what it is.
Huh.
I accept you.
I'm sure there's exceptions in every country.
Which country is the kinkiest? They have the kinkiest population. Have you ever done research?
It was Hong Kong and China.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were the
Oh,
kinkies.
Oh, well, they multiply real fast. They have a big population, so that makes sense. They try out new things.
So,
What country was Bangkok in?
Thailand.
Thailand.
mhm. So Bangkok.
Yeah,
No,
freaky.
Brian. Brian, I love you, darling. I hope you're not taking any of my jokes seriously, because I am joking when I talk about these kind of things, right? You know that, don't you? I am joking. I'm sure you Americans have got a very enormous sex drive, and that you are beasts in bed.
That's what we want to hear.
Yes. I haven't had an American to confirm that. I'm
Excuse me.
putting my faith in you all. I may try and find out when I come over on holiday.
Yeah, I never been with an American either, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I can't confirm or deny the allegations. But I might have to find out. Just to say, hell yeah. King's like, we're a beast in bed. I don't know. I couldn't possibly confirm or deny that because I've never been with an American, but my wife would give me a pass. What
Yeah. Lol.
I'll have to just, you know what? I'm going to settle this. When I come to the US, I'm going to find out. And then I can tell the panel, yes, you were right. You are beasts in bed.
And everything's bigger in America.
Only in America.
Which country is the population has the biggest dick?
America.
Oh, well, I think I can guess that.
Would it be America?
I'm going to knock it straight out of you. I know the answer to that. Google it. But I think I know. You see, my very first...
That might be Australia.
My very first experience was with a black guy. And, yeah.
All right, ACDC.
So who has...
big balls? Australia's got big balls.
Australia's got big balls. How do you know, Wolf?
Because ACDC wrote a song about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lol.
Okay, so Ecuador. Ecuador has the largest the largest Shalon. Well, they call it penile length.
That doesn't sound as good as Shalon.
Yeah, Ecuador is reported. Okay. So their average is 6.9 inches. Their average. I'm not going to.
They hung like an elephant trunk down there.
Oh, fuck! Like Little Women not welcome in it, not unless you want to die.
No. Yeah.
In Ecuador. Oh my God! The average penis size amounts to an astonishing 10.54. No, hang on, that's wrong. That's not right. That's not right. I'm reading that wrong.
What's your millimeters?
That can't be right. And the runner-up is Cameroon.
Cameroon? Where is that?
Cameroon, yeah, it's
Africa.
a country.
It's in Africa.
Oh, so the UK ranks up quite high. I was right about the penis size.
What's the number for UK?
It just says it's high. The UK ranks 66 out of 86 listed countries. So
who went around and
I don't know who went around.
data?
Whoever went around was a lucky girl.
Probably an historian.
Whoever went around to find out these statistics, good on her.
Right. Who's the lady with the tape measure?
Yeah, like
Right.
that's down. No, but I kind of, black men don't have a reputation for no reason.
Yeah, no comment.
Alex is like, like the Godfather.
Well, yeah, no comments on that. Yeah, I don't know. They're blessed.
Yeah, my very first experience, like I said, was with a black guy, and it wasn't really an experience as such. He basically popped my cherry, and then it ended because it was that painful that I couldn't carry on.
Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of well, anyway, yeah, for it to fit in, they have to go easy with it, before it goes.
And that was the first and last time that I've been with a black guy. Not because of anything else, because I remember that pain. It was like, nope, not happening. So, yeah. Hey, sweetheart, I've never seen you live at this time. No, I've actually, funny enough, my son hasn't bothered me, which is very unusual because my son normally bothers me from the second he wakes up to the moment where I go and see him. So I'm surprised he hasn't called, but I do have to go and see him. In Ecuador, women walk bow-legged. I fucking bet they do.
Yeah. You know this.
I bet they do. Because actually it was easy. That was like, oh, well, the space in your vagina is like 5 or 6 inches, something along the lines of that. Yeah, but we can fit a fucking baby for our vaginas, right? We can fit a penis.
Yeah. Yeah. I can go deep, No.
Yeah, not that deep because it hurts. Remember, Alexander, when it's too big, women get hurt.
Yeah, basically.
So it's no longer fun.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, when it's too big, it's not fun. It has to be not too big, not too small, just perfect.
I know, and I do feel sorry for men, Alexander, because like women will have like an ideology of what their perfect size is, and men are born with that size. They can't help it. So I do understand why men have hang-ups about their penis size. I get it. Well, I don't get it, but I can imagine because us women are so demanding of a particular. Although I was proved wrong on a panel once, women said that size don't matter.
Yeah, they say that. Is that true, or is it? Depend. It could be small, but it's how the guy work and use it is,
Yeah.
Basically. So,
yeah, and I remember I was.
Maybe it's the amount of curve to it that matters.
No, it is true. It depends how you use it, if you can use it. I mean, I remember being with a guy who was very large, but he didn't know what to do with it. So that was no fun.
Exactly. So you need to know how to. Maybe if you're small down there, you have to opt on your what do you say, the game before it. Your what do you call it?
Yeah, the tongue action.
Not
Foreplay.
yeah, the tongue. Yeah, foreplay.
Foreplay.
Yeah, foreplay.
Mm.
You have to be, wind it up, and before you,
Yeah.
if so you have to
Through
gather your
America,
thoughts in
we
other areas.
invented the hammer.
Does that mean that the Americans are really hot on foreplay then? Sorry.
Oh yeah, I love foreplay. Lol.
Sorry, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
It's all the same.
It's not all the same. If it was all the
Foreplay,
same,
afterplay,
I'd be lesbian. It's not the same.
during play. It's all play. You got to play all the time. That's what I'm saying. You can't.
Well, actually, I was having this conversation with my good friend Blue Skylar because I was saying, because we were saying that men do our heads in. Men are complicated. Men are this. Men are the other. Usual woman's talk, having a moan about men, right? And then we both agreed that we couldn't be lesbians because it's just not enough. Like the play.
Sure.
The play isn't enough. So we both agreed that men have a purpose.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of lesbians that would say that they don't need a man, that they know each other better that way with toys than.
Oh, I'm not knocking being a lesbian. I'm sure, like it works. It works.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for me personally, it wouldn't be enough because the bit that you're looking forward to the most is not there.
What if he's a beast in bed, but then afterwards he just rolls over and passes out and starts snoring?
Oh my God, that really pisses me off when you're not done, as in I'm not done, and then a man is done, and then he rolls over, and I'm not done. I'm almost like kicking me the fuck out of bed.
You have to finish, damn it! I didn't finish.
It's like, if I'm not done, I don't give a fuck. At one time, one of my exes fell asleep. Well, his face was down there. That's how tired he was.
Damn.
It's like, damn.
It happens.
Damn. Yeah.
It's a good place to fall asleep.
Yeah, he kind of fell asleep. I mean, we had been at it all night, so I gave him a pass on that one. But I just fell asleep with his head in my crotch. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, good place to pass out. Lol.
I'm sure he was having sweet dreams. I mean, what a place to fall asleep in, right? So I gave him a pass. I got off his face and rolled over. Enough, right? You love to talk but refuse to listen. MC Nemesis, I remember you. Weren't you the guy that was really rude to Stoned? Yes, you were. Sorry, I just have to do something.
Let me see. Brian King says, real men get the women off at least once before they get off. Huh. Could be.
Bye.
Every woman is different.
No. It's just somebody who was really rude to my brother Stoned, and anybody that is rude to him can fuck right off.
Yeah, Nemesis has got.
And I know what kind of person he is. No offense, dude, but you kind of love arguing, and that's not the kind of panel I want.
Yeah, we're not doing that tonight, brother.
No, we're not doing that any night. So, and once you overstep the mark with Stoned, you tend to be finished to me too. So, bye. Yes, Brian, he did. But I will have to go, guys, now, because I needed to sort something out with my son. and I'm surprised he hasn't called me yet. So I need to find out what's going on there. But I've really thoroughly enjoyed tonight's chat because I think we tackled some very important issues. So thank you, as always, my panel, the chat, everybody that joined in. Thank you, guys. Like I always say, this wouldn't be anything without you lot.
Yeah, thanks, Mel. It's always a lot of fun up here on your panels, talking about everything. So.
No, I love it. You lot can come up on my panels all the time because we've had such an amazing conversation. Thank you, Alexander, for your insight. Thank you, Wolf, Fatty. Thank you, Fatty, for your 50 million charts. I love them.
Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad, okay?
Don't do drugs. They're bad. Don't do it.
And if you're going to do it.
Yeah, Brian.
Do it responsibly.
Yeah.
And see you.
Well, maybe I'll see y'all tomorrow night at the ladies' night.
Hopefully for ladies' night. Yeah. You can talk about the moon and yeah, Brian. Like, I'm not up for that. I just remembered who he was. And
did I wear my cocktail dress or my miniskirt?
Can you wear your miniskirt, please? Yeah. Okay. And as for you, Wolf, I want you in a tight figure hugging.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I typed in English princess and Arctic Timberwolf.
Oh, look, Wolf. Me and you could make a really unusual hot couple.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Very, very sexy. Thanks, everybody in chat that's joined in with the chat. We've had an amazing chat with you lot. Thank you so much. And Brian, yes, I've seen him cause problems, and I'm not about that. I don't want that kind of shit on my panel. It's not my cup of tea. You know, we talk about serious shit and then we have a laugh. And, you know, and the thing that I love about this community is that we can have a really serious conversation and then turn it around and stop messing around like we have tonight. And it's not, it's just the girls having a laugh with the guys and just all being, you know, fun and innocent. And we can joke about stuff without people, without Karens getting offended in chat. I don't like no Karen in my chat.
You know, and that way you can end on a lighthearted note too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And Brian said he'll be naked. Yep. If the men show up naked in my chat, obviously we won't see you naked, so you can turn up any way you want. So tomorrow night, if you lot turn naked, and Wolf is going to be wearing a very slick number, aren't you, darling?
I will try. On that note, I'm going to say goodnight now.
With that voice and a slick number, do you know how many people you'd freak out?
Oh, probably everybody, probably the entire chat.
So thank you for coming up, Wolf, and giving us your 2 cents.
Yeah, thank you too, Mel. Thank you very much.
All right, darling. Good night. Yes, Chicky is fun, Gary. What is your channel, Mel? My channel's called MEL Add Pandora. So MEL, then the end sign, and Pandora. Pandora is my doggie who sometimes makes an appearance on our lives, depending if she wants to be the princess. A flash for buy me a coffee. Huh? Yeah, you're going to get naked too, Blue. This is great. Ladies' night's going to... But listen, guys, if you're going to get naked, don't be doing funky shit in my backstage. That is not appreciated because only I see that, and it's too much for my gentle soul to deal with that kind of behavior in my backstage. So love you, chat. As always, my panelists are always amazing. You know, that just make my panels just like, oh, I love it because it's so good and they're so intelligent and they go back and forth that I can go off, make a cup of tea, make some breakfast, feed the dog, and I come back. No helicopters backstage. That's no fun. No, it's not fun. Thank you, Uncle Fatty, for dropping that. Uncle Fatty, have I made you a mod? Since my mods are not often in this chat because I come on so late. Do you want to be a mod? Let me know anyway. Let me know in the messages. So yeah, guys, no ball smacking, tugging, attacking in my backstage because it's not fun to watch. No, Uncle Faye, we don't want. Oh, Matt, you had? They only had. No, but the worst thing, the ones that I've been getting lately, Matt, it's different. It's they want me to see them in backstage. So I normally lean in because that's why I wear these. I need reading glasses, right? And as I'm leaning in to look, they turn the camera to show me what I call abuse of the genitals. Oh, thank you, King. That's very sweet. Thank you. And they want me to witness their abuse of their genitals. And it's like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I can't help you that way. Yes, Matt, it's the end because Mel's been going on long enough and I've got to leave the house because I just have now. And I said it like, normally I say it about an hour in advance. So, yeah, I've got to go out. Matt, so I'm sorry that you clicked back at the wrong time. But tomorrow, Matt, we've got ladies' night and all men welcome. Just don't be telling us about our menstrual cycles and what you think women want when we're telling you something completely different. Anyway, love you all. Thank you, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow night. We've got Widow Wonderland on Stone But Not Alone first. And then we're coming back here for the oh, Matt. Oh, bless you. Watch it back. Yes, Blue. Watch it back. So, yeah, we've got Widow Wonderland, which I know is early, should I say. Too early for my English peoples because I wake up stupidly at 2 o'clock in the morning. But I do Widow Wonderland there. And then depending on what time that ends. So, my timings on my, I know it's shit, but my timings on my thumbnails and on my, upcomings and doesn't necessarily mean that's when I'm going to come on. So ta-ta, Gary. Let me play the outro and I'll see everybody tomorrow night. Okay, wrong. I always fuck up and press the wrong button. Oh dear. So good night, people. Good day, people. And I'll see you, I don't know, in about 6 minutes.
Someone who has the balls to tell me they can't stand me to my face. It's way better than those spineless fakes who play nice up front but stab me in the back the moment I turn around.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I think this life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level, they think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential, the grind is all in your mental. man, I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making changes for the ages. 5-10 year plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I have no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous.